And we are live. Welcome, everyone, and thank you so much for joining tonight. I noticed more American Express Platinum rumors. Saw some posted in the Stack Your Points Discord, so I wanted to jump in and kind of talk through those a little bit. I tried to find the Danny the Guru post from earlier today, but it got taken down. Like Danny got rid of it. So this leads to believe that there's some truth here, and a lot more truth than we are expecting. So we're going to talk about it. Just a couple quick shout outs to some folks who are here. Clinton Woodward actually here before it starts this time. Thank you so much for joining. Jay from the Bay, just here to see if anyone has any good no lifetime language Amex Gold. I found 175K 3 months, but looking for 200K 6 months if possible. Thanks. Kirby gives some good information there to Discords that would be of help. I would also check Doctor of Credit just to see if they have anything there and see if there's anything from Danny the Deal Guru as well. So definitely give those spots a look. They will also have some no lifetime languages. Worst comes to absolute worst, you can always check Frequent Miler as well. I don't know that you're going to find the 200K 6 months on the Amex Gold, but maybe 175K for 3 months is a little rough. Are you talking about the personal gold or the business gold? Because 200K for business golds should be more doable, but yeah, there's a couple of resources available for you. And again, Frequent Miler, Doctor of Credit, and Danny the Deal Guru all should have something. I know they always post when they have no lifetime language links, whether they're theirs or they found them. They will also tell you which links are modified and which links they tell you to use your best discretion. So there you go. Jerome, good evening all. Thank you so much, sir. QC man, 2 straight nights. Yeah, I'm living life by seat of my pants at the moment. I'll probably be recording some videos tonight, and I have to edit a portion of last night's live that I want to turn into a video about Chase Dining because, oh my god, Chase Dining is a disaster. Perfect timing. The YouTube video I was watching finished as you started. Perfect. I'm sure you planned it that way. Absolutely. I wouldn't have it any other way. Alive 2 nights in a row must be my birthday. Thank you so much, Rupert. Yeah, again, unplanned, but I figure why not? I got some time. Let's jump in here. Let's see what we got. Go from there. Biz, yeah, I've been looking. Yeah, and also might just be a slow time for the business gold and welcome offers there. They will ramp those up when they're doing like a new offer or they're doing a new offer, or they've been slow on signups, or folks have been downgrading to the business green or upgrading to the business plat. So I don't know where they are with their numbers right now. Sleepy Rod joining us. When I saw the Frequent Miler guys give a step-by-step breakdown of how to game the $200 airline credit, I knew it wasn't long for this world. So it's still sticking around, but it's just going to be a straight airline credit. It's not going to be an airline incidentals credit. So we'll talk about it. QC man, 200K for or 10,000 in spend in 3 months for business gold was the best. And I'll link in case if I remember correctly. Yeah, I think 200K on 10K spend is the best you're going to get. So there we go. Juan Meowmix joining us, Meowdy, and QC man says, "Are there new rumors for the plat?" Yeah, man. I wouldn't be jumping on here saying new platinum rumors if there weren't new rumors for the plat. DDG hinted it would become an Amex travel portal airline credit, though. Interesting. All right, so let's look into that. And we got E&M joining us with a $1.99 super chat. Thank you so much, as always. And the news. Yeah, I'm trying my best. Life is lifing, but not as hard as life is lifing for others. So, said there are new rumors. So this is a screenshot that was pulled from US Card Form. US Card Form, I'm not able to pull up the full website and get it translated properly. So we are going to just jump in here and go with the screenshot that was captured from US Card Form. Now, is US Card Form the world's most legit source? No, I'm not going to give it a full German. I'm not going to say, oh, it's on US Card Form and therefore it is legit. It is 100% happening. But I'll give them like a half German. And Mark Gurman is Bloomberg's Apple reporter, and like when he has it, it's on lock. So here's our table of contents. So we've got annual fee going to $8.95. This has been widely speculated and makes sense. Points earning unchanged, unfortunately. So it'll still be 5 times points on flights booked directly with the airline, 5 times points on flights booked through the Amex travel portal, 5 times points on hotels booked through the Amex travel portal, including FHR and the hotel collection. $300 Resi restaurant credit, new. Okay, so we've been seeing 400 in recent weeks. This is giving us 300, maybe not. We'll see. $300 lifestyle wellness credit replaces the $300 Equinox and Soul Cycle credits. This is where the Lululemon portion of things seems to be going. So if that is true, the language that we saw attached to Lululemon means that this would likely be the $300 broken up into quarters. So $75 per quarter lifestyle wellness credit. It could be something where there's a bunch of vendors available, so you can use it at Lululemon and wherever else, sort of like the Amex Gold dining credit, where you can use it at Five Guys, you can use it on Goldbelly, you can use it at Grubhub, you can use it at insert other businesses that I'm forgetting off the top of my head that aren't Shake Shack, because they lost Shake Shack. A $200 flight credit replaces airline incidental fee credit. And just mentioned DDG could be saying that is going to be a portal credit, so we'll see. But the DDG and DDG is Danny the Deal Guru. His post about these credits and changes was taken down. That doesn't happen on a weekend unless somebody from like Amex's press team contacted him and said, "Hey, we need you to take this down." Next up, $240 rideshare credit replaces the $200 Uber credit, and it's supposedly going to be a more wider rideshare than Uber. So you could do $20 a month at Lyft, $20 a month at Uber, $20 a month at, what is the one in New York City? Rebel? Heck, you could do $20 a month at Blacklane if you so chose. So $240 rideshare credit breaks down to $20 a month. A $120 Walmart cash credit. This replaces the $100 Saks credit. $120, really easy to get broken down into $10 a month. Delta complimentary upgrades would be new. We'll have to see how that works out. And many perks unchanged. So this would be the $240 entertainment credit. This would be the Walmart Plus credit. This would be anything that hasn't been listed here. Now, FHR is still supposedly going up to $600. It's just not listed here. So that's what I had from US Card Form. Juan Meowmix, cats in boxes. Meowdy, 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 meowdy. I think that's 7. E&M, you're the best. Your best is great. We thank you for it. I appreciate that, as always. Mike Newland, another live Tidbits 2 nights in a row. Yep. Just going to keep doing it live. J. Rome, maybe in a few more years, I'll finally be able to get the plat again if I even still want it, and I'm finally out of pop-up purgatory. Ooh. Well, you could always do the upgrade-downgrade game if you really want it. Could be an option, but that has its pluses and minuses. QC Man, really, they couldn't even add a multiplier for direct hotel bookings. We're gonna come back to that. Clinton Woodward, nothing says premium like Walmart Cash. Hey, you're getting $10 off your order plus free delivery with the Walmart Plus. I can't sell this. If there's no hidden shenanigans with Walmart Cash, definitely an upgrade over Saks. If it's monthly, $10 a month, you go to Walmart once a month, you get $10 off your bill. Okay, yeah, that's far easier to use than the semi-annual $50 Saks credit. Yes, that would be an improvement. January, nothing says baller status like $10 monthly credits all over the place. Yeah. Again, we'll come back to this. Chambi Haile Selassie jumps in. What's up, Matt? I saw an upgrade offer in my Amex account, Amex Business Gold to Platinum business card, 120,000 points. Any advice? Did you open the business gold strictly for the welcome offer? Are you using the business gold? Is the business gold a card that works for your lifestyle or works for your business's style? If the answer to that is, if you only got it for the sub, hey, I respect it. Another 120,000 membership reward points. The business platinum has Hilton credit, a quarterly Hilton credit. It's got the new Dell credit, which is nerfed from the old Dell credit, but is what it is. Looks like it's getting the FHR credit as well this year, later this month. That's going up to $600. So if it's something that will work for your needs, go for it. Whatever the spend requirement is for that 120,000 points, if that is something that is doable for you. So if it's 120,000 points on $10,000 in spend in 3 months, if you have that, great. If you don't, maybe don't look at this particular welcome offer. Business Platinum offers a bunch of benefits and credits that if it works for you, wonderful. If it doesn't work for you, that's fine too. It also has an airline credit. It also has, it'll have this upcoming FHR credit. It's probably going up to $895. If you upgrade now, you'll probably lock in that $695 annual fee. So if that is important to you, go for that. And it's got that 1.54 cent per point booking at 35 with the 35% point rebate for your airline of choice, which if you do international airlines can still get you a pretty sizable cent per point return. But if you do domestic flights and domestic airlines, it'll still be okay, better than average, but it won't be like as amazing as international flights. But you only get to pick one airline at a time. So your mileage is definitely going to vary there. Juan Miamex, cue the "this card matches my lifestyle" comments from folks. Oh yeah. I look, there are cards that will match your lifestyle. There are other cards where it's just like, I can make this work. And if you have more cards that are I can make this work than this truly fits what I do, that's probably a problem. But the Amex Platinum going to I go to Walmart once a month, I can get $10 off. That works out. Cool. If you don't go to Walmart and now you're suddenly going to Walmart because the card has tricked you into going to Walmart, that's one thing. So we'll see. J-Rome, have no Amex left to even try to put spend on or upgrade. Oh, well, that'll do it. James Ragland joining us. I'm Matt Clausen live. What a way to start my vacation. Well, I'm glad to be of assistance. Any little bit helps. I'm not going to be on super, super long. It's not going to be a Stack Your Live. It's not going to be one of my drone on for 2 hours. So we'll see. I'm happy with the Delta credit, but really wish they would have made purchases 2x instead of 1x. Overall, I'm still a fan. Memphis, I would have loved to have seen them say, oh, okay, City is fired, that has shot their shot. Chase has shot their shot. You know what we're going to do? We're just going to top both of what they did. They gave us, Chase has given us 4 months to play with. Let's just go and put our boot on both of their necks. And no one can challenge us. Did they do that? Doesn't look like they're going to be doing that. So if the multipliers remain unchanged, that's direct hotel bookings would have been a huge win, especially at 5x, and that would have just undercut the Sapphire Reserve immediately. Now, does this card still undercut the Sapphire Reserve? Yeah, in a couple of different ways. The $240 rideshare credit, even broken up in $20 a month, is not far off from the $300 general travel credit. Oh, and Chase got rid of their 3 times general travel. So there are ways that you can argue and equivocate this card against Sapphire Reserve and all of that. A flat 2x would have been amazing. 1.5 would have been a shot across the board to everyone else as well. And I'm surprised that they're not even going to attempt to touch their multipliers. I think the multipliers on the American Express Platinum are stale. People aren't getting the American Express Platinum for the multipliers. It's as simple as that. Amex doesn't care about multipliers. Amex doesn't want you to care about multipliers. It just is what it is. If you want multipliers from American Express, get the green card, is kind of their attitude, unless they strip that away too. Blake Harper, wonder if the rideshare credit will work the same as the Delta Amex cards and won't be for Uber Eats. Bummer. That would be a pain. I don't know. I don't know what the full terms on that are going to be. We'll find out about that relatively shortly. But I do know that one of the terms with those rideshare credits is you do have to pay with an American Express card. I'm sure the same is going to be true on the Platinum. I wouldn't be surprised if they put additional language on it that says that if you're paying, if you're getting your credit for the Platinum, you must pay with the Platinum. So we'll see how that ends up going. QC man, one Amex. To be fair, living in New York City, there's a certain type of New York City professional class type lifestyle that this kind of card absolutely lines up with. Yes, they are booking trips. They're getting their flights expensed. They are getting their hotels through the portal expensed. Their flights are giving them personal status. Their hotel trips are potentially getting them personal status if they're only staying at Marriott's and Hilton's, and primarily if they are of a certain professional class lifestyle, they are most likely only booking Marriott's and Hilton's because of the contracts that their companies have. So for those folks, the Platinum is definitely going to be worthwhile. And those are the folks who are easily going to spend $75,000 through the card and not bat an eyelash and don't care about the credits, don't care about the, oh, look at my premium credit card and I can get $10 off at Walmart. Like, they use the card as they have it intended for themselves. And they don't bat an eye at credits. They don't try to minimize their annual fee or get a net effective annual fee or net annual fee. Like, they just spend and they have it taken care of primarily. So, yeah, Kirby G, all this Platinum talk is fun. I'm just not balling like that yet. Neither am I. I don't have the Platinum. One day. Yeah, I have 2 American Express cards. I have the Hilton Honors card at no annual fee, and I have the American Express Blue Business Plus. Somehow I've built up a stash of 80,000 membership reward points on the Blue Business Plus. But I'm not like swimming in membership reward points or swimming in Amex annual fees. Like, the Platinum does not work for me. Juan Miamex, truth, come on, man, but have doubts. Many are in his community. Yep, that's fair. Jay from the Bay, basically Amex didn't kill Chase. Kind of sad. I'm surprised that they didn't. I don't know why they didn't, honestly. It would have been interesting. Like, them going for the jugular with Chase would have certainly been interesting, especially in this, premium card face-off that everybody seems to be doing. But 4 months, like, and maybe that's something that when we do a deeper introspection of the cards at the end of the year, like, did American Express miss an opportunity or deliberately pass up an opportunity to put Chase away for good? Maybe not. I don't know. Kevin Yen, thanks for joining us as an emergency live. Kind of. I only scheduled it like 15 minutes ago, or 15 minutes before it started. I just wanted to, talk some Amex Platinum, and why not talk it live? Then, record a video, edit a video. A lot of this is I just don't want to edit a video right now. So live stream back to back. Yep. Background balloon. Those rich people be like, the Platinum has credits? Yeah. There are a lot of people who just run money through the Platinum, and that's that. Background balloon again, or at that card, or at that credit cards have credits. Also something that they have to take into account. QC man, if the annual fee really ends up being $8.95, they really got the partners to foot most of the bill on those new credits. Yeah, that is going to be the interesting thing here. Like, Walmart is now shelling out $275 a year for you to hold this credit. Like, Walmart themselves put up half of the new annual fee, like put up half of the difference of the annual fee with Walmart Cash, if that's the case. The rideshare companies, like, breaking away from Uber is interesting. So, like, Lyft had to put in some money. Somebody else had to put in some money. Revel is, I know, the electric car one in New York City. Did Google throw some money with Waymo to make this happen? I don't know. The wellness brands, Lululemon is potentially a big one, so we'll see. But yeah, it definitely looks like they got the brands to pick up most of the money there. Leandre, wait, are the details of the new Amex Platinum refresh confirmed? Not 100%. I'm giving this what I'm calling a half German. It's there's more details that floated up today, and I'll pull back up that screenshot. This is coming from US Card Forms. It's a Chinese website that somehow has access to the Amex testing page. So is this 100% legit confirmed? Probably not. But US Card Forms has leaked a bunch of stuff before, and from leaks that we've seen, the leaks have been more often right than not. There have been misses here and there, and again, take this with a grain of salt, obviously. But what we have at the moment is $8.95 annual fee, no changes to point earning, a $300 Resi restaurant credit. That's down from the $400 we've previously seen. A general $300 lifestyle wellness credit. That is where the Lululemon credit is falling on. That is where Lululemon is now falling under. So this will replace the $300 Equinox credit. So it's not in addition to that. The $200 flight credit is replacing the airline incidental fee credit. $240 rideshare credit replaces the $200 Uber credit. $120 Walmart Cash replaces the $100 Saks credit, and Delta complimentary upgrades, which is potentially new, which is new. I'm not sure how those are going to work out specifically. So that's what we had from US Card Form. Again, it is a Chinese website, and they have access to the QWW testing site from American Express. So I'm giving this a half German. Because when Mark Gurman kind of tends to have it from Apple, he tends to have it. So if this is coming from the testing site, like, they may still be A/B testing a couple of things here and there, and we'll know for certain on the 18th. We're going to know for certain at like 3:00 in the morning on the 18th, because that's when Amex does their changes. The 18th also just happens to be a Thursday, but not 100% confirmed. But we've gotten more slivers here and there. Juan Miamex, when you've done a few videos outside, I think you're on some wacky credit card adventure. I'm usually up in another county with my family, but the Capital One that I did outside, that was I gotta get something out. I gotta get this out now. Let me do something here. Kevin Ian, you think how many people getting the Atmos Summit for the benefits and the rewards? A lot of folks are going to be getting it for the benefits. A lot of folks are going to be getting it. A good number of folks, not a lot, but like a good number of folks are going to be getting it because they want Alaska status for the One World status reciprocated with American Airlines and other One World partners. They can still book a lot of One World partners advantageously with Alaska points and miles, and that 3x foreign spend is going to come in clutch for them. So a lot of folks are going to be getting Atmos just, for benefits and things like that. The spend toward status, the 10,000 status points every year, all of that. It's going to add up. And it's not a terrible earning card. We got Chad from Chad's Money Minute joining us. Yo, and Chad is a channel member, so thank you so much for your continued support there, Chad. Hopefully I do right by you tonight. 2 nights in a row doing some pop-up lives. I know I've gone much longer than your perspectives have. But yeah, we'll keep going down this rabbit hole a little bit. For me, Amex, the Platinum annual fee is middle finger and also credits as well. That's totally fair. Agreed, the annual fee, yep, are annoying. But at least it's on brand with Amex. No one is surprised that Amex is expensive with a whole bunch of new credits. Yep. Also, background balloon. Chase and Citi, on the other hand, not necessarily on brand. Even when it comes to co-brand credit cards, Chase, United, IMO definitely dropped the ball on that. I can see that. I can see that argument to an extent. We have to see what Citi and American Airlines cook up for a brand new set of credit cards next year for the co-brands, because I can't believe that they're going to just keep it at $0 annual fee, $99 annual fee, $5.95 annual fee, bring everyone over from Barclays and not have an answer for something in between the Platinum Select World Elite MasterCard and the Advantage Executive World Elite MasterCard. So they're gonna redo some stuff. Clinton Woodward, airline upgrades likely not worth much if you're at the bottom of the upgrade list and Delta has already sold all of the upgrade seats for cash. Probably. I have to imagine that there's going to be, so if it says complimentary upgrades, like they're going to take you're going to have to book with your Delta number, obviously. You'll probably be somewhere in line, and if you have Delta status, you'll get bumped further up the line. So I have to imagine that your status is going to stack on top of whatever these complimentary upgrades are. But if you fly a smaller end route, right, you're probably going to be more likely to get those sorts of upgrades than someone flying JFK to LAX or JFK to Seattle. But if you're flying, say, Fort Wayne to Atlanta, you might be moving from main cabin to, the front of the CRJ, maybe. So yeah, we'll have to see what happens there, but you're probably not going to get too many complimentary upgrades, and that will not be part of the prepayment of fee benefits that you're recouping back. So we'll see. Airlines are not upgrading people like the old days. No, they're not. Double joining us, also another channel member. Thank you so much. Hey Matt. Hey Double. Any other changes hinted for the BizPlat besides FHR? Nothing that I've seen so far, but they did also get like that tail end of the year Hilton update right at the end of 2024. So like that, the changes on the Dell credits, the changes on the Adobe credits, I think the Indeed credits weren't touched, and then the FHR potentially going up to $600 could definitely be it. Maybe they'll also tack on the Delta complimentary stuff. I don't see them adding the lifestyle or wellness credit. They could add on Resi as a business expense. They could add on the rideshare as a business expense, and the Delta complimentary upgrades. I think those might be also added to the business credit. So we'll see. There's a retirement travel channel I follow. They were going wild for the 3x foreign transactions on Atmos. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like an expat card. Yep. Leandre, I don't see a reason to keep the plat in the wallet. At least the reserve I can slap down for dinners along with every other chat card. Yeah, the plat for the $300 at Resi is going to be a thing, and you're not going to get rewarded beyond the 1x points. So there's that, but I don't know. I don't know why else you'd keep this isn't giving more of a reason to put the platinum in your wallet. Like, yes, you can set it and forget it with the quarterly credits at Lululemon, or if these flight credits go inside the portal. But yeah, I don't know. Kevin, you think the Advantage Executive changes from World Elite to World Legend MasterCard, or does it stay the same? I have to imagine it's going to change to a World Legend. But what else they do with it, I don't know. Like, they can't change the annual fee drastically. It's not a particularly strong earning credit card. You would need the other Advantage cards to pool in. And those cards don't earn more than 2x on American Airlines credit categories anyway, unless you're doing Advantage Dining or you're doing the Advantage Shopping Mall, so or Simply Miles. So they could bump it up to a World Legend and get some extra fees out of it, I guess. I don't know. Got QC Man dropping another $1.99 super chat. Also a member of the channel. Thank you so much, QC Man. No way the Delta upgrade will mean much for most. Absolutely, it will not. You have to be flying some pretty remote podunk flight paths to be getting any sort of like real use out of that credit. Like I'm not even talking like, and this isn't to pick on John R. And John R, great friend of the channel. Like Kansas City to if he's flying to Boston to sojourn to Europe from Boston Logan, right? He might get some upgrades here and there with that, but like even that's probably not going to be super upgrade. Like you would really have to be looking at the really low end type flights. So like Westchester County to Atlanta, you might get to sit at the front of the CRJ. Do you want to sit at the front of the CRJ? I don't even want to be inside of CRJ anymore. I don't like that feeling. But yeah, most people won't get a whole lot out of this. Double reminding to hit the like button, folks. Yeah, definitely would greatly appreciate that. Kevin Yin, the rideshare is like Uber Cash, put into your Uber account or put the transaction on the Platinum. I believe it's for something like Uber, might be for Uber Cash. You can convert it into Uber Cash. There hasn't been an issue with that with the Delta Reserve or anything like that. But one of the stipulations became you do have to use a American Express card to get the credit fully established to you. So what folks would be doing would be loading in the Uber Cash from the Delta Reserve, but using the American Express green card because that has a rideshare multiplier. And then you can just move those Amex points over to Delta if you so choose. So I think that's the way that it's going to proceed with the Amex Platinum. So you'll just get like $20 associated into your account, whatever account you choose. Background Balloon proceeds to get upgraded to an exit row because why not frame it like that? Yeah. And as long as you're willing to abide by the upgrade row policy, could work out in your favor. Unless something ever happened and you needed to be the person on the exit row. Who knows? We got Big Bad Bunny God joining us. Thank you so much. 250K loyalty points, AA, or 50K Alaska next year. Most all West Coast flying for work. Which more upgrades? A couple places only AA would have flights. And he corrects himself with 150K Alaska. So we'll get to Chad in just a second. Sorry, Chad. 250K loyalty points AA or 150K Alaska next year. Most all West Coast flying for work. Which with more upgrades, a couple places only AA would have flights. So I think if you had like that level status with both, and your Alaska status is pretty well reciprocated with American, whichever one is the easier of the two to get, you shouldn't have a hard time with either. Alaska, like if you can do most of your bookings with Alaska, you'll probably get more Alaska upgrades. You'll potentially get more Alaska upgrades. I can't guarantee more Alaska upgrades, but on those AA only flights, your Alaska status will still be reflected pretty highly, and if you have AA status as well. But you'd be choosing between them. I would go for the Alaska just because the Alaska still gets reciprocated on AA flights, and you'll get the Alaska earnings and you'll get the dual earnings on both flights. So you should clean up pretty well. And if you're getting like One World Sapphire, you're going to be in good shape. So I would I would say potentially Alaska. The West Coast based creator who would be best suited for this, I would shout out What's the Points. He's been doing a lot of the math and a lot of the, I don't know, between American Airlines and Alaska. So what's the points? Check out Mike's channel. He has had a couple of he has put out a couple of videos where he has previously been going like pretty heavy into American Airlines. He's now choosing to go pretty heavy into Alaska because I think he's thinking the same thing. The Alaska status is still going to be relatively easier to get. You'll still be able to match to like One World Sapphire, and you'll be able to get a lot of those upgrades as well. But I know for certain that he has made Alaska and American like his primary, like the primary focus airlines for what he's been doing lately. So what's the points would be a great one to check out. A couple other West Coast based creators. Kevin Yin also mentioned Stan the Credit Frog. Stan, to my knowledge, hasn't really put Alaska or American as focuses for him, but could work out. Chad with something insightful with insightful comment here, and thank you so much, Chad. After flying 100 times so far in 2025 alone, I'm convinced that cash purchases, notwithstanding your low status credit card perks levels, may be a boon to you in the consultant heavy main hubs. Yeah, so if you can do if you can swing it and it's part of your contract and your reimbursement, the cash purchases may play in pretty well for you for those upgrades, and it'll guarantee you those upgrades. So could definitely work for you. Kevin Yin, the Amex Platinum is going to be more pain in the butt. Potentially, depending on how folks want to do it. Exit row equals priority disembarkation in an emergency. Yes, there is that. Chad also, there's so much cutthroat competition on the high statuses where the big three are concerned. Yes, there are. And I've got Kid yelling at me about adding everyone in the Discord, so apologies. Oh, thank you so much, Double. QC Man, wonder if Platinum will have 1 year free Uber One offer like the Delta cards. Maybe. Especially if they're going to move away from a Platinum, away from a Uber specific credit, that could be a play. Background balloon seems like Alaska is a pretty clear answer. Yeah, I think Alaska, the more I think about it, Alaska probably makes more sense because you're still going to get most of the benefits, especially once you hit One World Sapphire. That's going to be huge. Double. All of these premium card refreshes are amazingly making Amex look like more and more reasonable coupon book amongst the bunch. Well, Amex knows how to do a coupon book. Chase is learning how to do a coupon book, and they're going to have to make a lot of mistakes before they start to figure that out. Capital One's kind of sidestepping the coupon book aside from their intra-portal coupon, and the city coupons are... Look, I wish this wasn't water to describe how I feel about the city coupons. Big Bad Bunny, I'd be choosing between Alaska and Hawaii. Yep. Especially the CSR. Chase is making the Platinum look good with their less than ideal execution. Definitely. Alaska, my thought too, and Alaska, I'd get One World Emerald at Titanium Alaska. Well, and One World Emerald's even better. So there you go. We got Kit Kat joining us at $4.99 super chat. Bro, start doing an ad in the Discord. Some of us want to join on time. I apologize. I threw this again really quickly. But yes, I will do that going forward when I do these impromptu lives. So thank you so much, Kid. And thank you for the $4.99 super chat. And thank you for being a member of my channel. QC Man 2000 stands as a Southwest guy, primarily. Yep. Double this. I think that's in response to Kit Kat. Chad, ease of attainment, AA Executive Platinum, United 1K, Delta Diamond. Hell, you can get AA top status without flying ever. And when I fly United, sometimes half the people on that CRJ are 1K. This is fair. I just the CRJ is evil. I don't like the CRJ. Spathco joining with a $2 super chat. Thank you so much, sir. Also late because I didn't click the bell. I don't request that y'all click the bell or anything like that. But yeah, if you want to get notified, there is the bell down there. But I do appreciate it. Thank you for your continued support of the channel, and thank you for the super chat. Chad, nah, kid, that's not the Chad way. Yeah. Chad, I feel like Delta is the easiest if you're going all in. All you can start at 10K out of 28K. Yeah, you can start, like, if you go all in with Delta, the reserve business, the platinum, and the platinum business giving you 10,000 MQDs to start. Nice place to be, especially when the reserve and the reserve business give you 1 MQD per every $10 spent. After that, you can rack it up relatively quickly, but you got to do, what is that, 700? That's like well over 2,000 in annual fees just for those 4 credit cards, and you have to have the 4 American Express slots open and dedicate those credit card slots just to Delta. But if you're going to go all in, that is certainly a way to go all in. And I'm talking like Dallas Cowboys all in, not, no, I'm sorry. This actually requires a commitment, whereas Dallas Cowboys all in is not a commitment. Gary doesn't know what he's doing. Anyway, background balloon. Remember when everyone was talking about credit card burnout stuff, and always specifically within the context of Amex? Now Amex looks like a good deal. Yeah. And Kit Kat, granted, you need all 4 high-end Delta cards. Yeah. Steve, Steve, I don't want to butcher your last name. Steven mentions, do you think Amex will allow cashback to convert to MR points? That would be a great way to, that would be a huge way to get like a lot of folks who have the blue cash preferred and the blue cash every day into the travel game really simply. Even if they did something like one like MQ, like 1 cent from the blue cash preferred equals a, I don't know, a penny. No, I don't know. There's a way to math it. And like RJ and I have advocated that this be a thing that they do. Just turn on the ability to turn MQD to turn member reward dollars into membership rewards, because not everybody wants to do just full MR cards. QC Man asks, Matt, if Chase had done everything they did with the Sapphire Reserve, but kept 1.5 in the portal instead of points boost, would you consider it a good refresh? I think it would be more well received than what they did. I think straight up cutting the 3 times general travel without a immediate answer somewhere else in the stack of cards, it's a choice. It's a bad choice. But if they are going to bump the CSP up to 3x general travel, I think it's fine that they would have done that. And if they had just kept 1.5, there'd be a lot less. Is gestalt the right word? There'd be a lot less like annoyance with what Chase did. I still think the changes are fine. I still think, like, personally, I would have done a different purveyor than StubHub, but that's just being really nitpicky. I like the Apple credit. I like the StubHub credit is fine. It's good for entertainment venues. It's great for, it's really easy to use. It's really easy to burn. I'm still thinking there's going to be an Instacart membership attached somewhere in the lineup as well. That will help me. But I think the 1.5, if it stayed 1.5, a lot fewer people would have been annoyed with what they did. So the general travel is a big pain point, but that could be fixed. but the point boost, I think point boost has been not well received, but there is some value in there. So we gotta work that. We gotta work around that. But yes, it would have been much better if they had just kept the 1.5 in the portal, and if they had lost their 3x general travel, fewer people would be annoyed. They'd be annoyed about the general travel, but there's other cards that can pick that up. Keith gifted 10 memberships. Thank you so much, sir. I know you gifted a couple of last night as well. Thank you so much. Chad's Money Minute. I'm talking fresh off the street, unindoctrinated, but 2,000 for 10,000 point and 10,000 MQDs is definitely a good bit of business if Delta is your soup du jour. Yeah. Straight off the street, Delta's a little bit harder than the others, but if you decide to go all in, that would be a quick way in. Keith, 50 people in the chat, hit the like button. Thank you so much, sir. Chad has also gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much, Chad. Appreciate that. Tampa Travel, thanks, Keith. All right. Background Balloon, yep, Amex can make more measured and thoughtful changes while others are bumbling around like amateurs. Yes. We got Caterpillar Rep joining us. Hi, all. Thank you so much, sir. That was a good idea, Keith. There we go. Good game, Chad and Keith. It would make the Blue Cash Preferred a killer card. Yes, the ability to move membership reward dollars to membership reward points would definitely bump the Blue Cash Preferred into conversation of a higher tier. QC Man got his membership from Chad. Thank you so much. Right on, Keith and Chad. Thank you as always, gentlemen. Thank you for the membership. Thank you, sir. Hopefully I can add more to it going forward. Clinton, just booked myself on a CRJ on a reward flight for May. Hopefully won't regret that. The price and time are right and a short connecting hop, so we'll just deal with it. Okay, so yes, I don't like the CRJ. I will say if your flight is less than 2 hours, you can make this, like, the CRJ is, it's annoying, but like you'll be fine. Anytime you do a CRJ more than 2 hours, though, you're going to want to be on a different plane. Juan with another cat in the box. Thank you so much, Juan. 55 people in here, only 13 likes. You know what to do. Chasing away the 1.5 is like taking sprinkles away from ice cream. It sucks that they didn't keep it, but shit ice cream is still shit ice cream. That is completely fair. I get it. Like the build of the card is not necessarily for everyone, and having to rely on the Freedom Unlimited, which is not the world's strongest card, and the Freedom Flex, which is underpowered, is not great. Also relying on the Ink Cash to do yeoman's work in carrying a whole bunch of the load for you. If you're trying to 5x all the things, that would be... Yeah, I understand. Philomel's World chiming in, except Chase is more like dairy-free frozen lactate. Hey. That's rough. Boxer joining. What's up, Matt? Not much, Boxer. Talking the more details from the Amex, from the potential Amex Platinum refresh. We saw from US Card Guide, $8.95, $300 wellness credit that appears to be the Lululemon credit, $120 in Walmart cash, which is new. A couple other new ideas. So we'll see what they do. Clinton, under an hour, wheels up, 2 down, most likely. Yeah, you're fine. I'm 6'5" and what? Yeah, we know, kid. The CRJ is a 1 hour or less ride for me. Yes, you must be this tall to not hate the CRJ. JC joining us. Amex Plat will have the better credits, but the CSR is still the better overall point earner. I'm just going to hold on to my $95 cards and buy points when there's a sale. Much cheaper that way. Yeah, and like if you want to go up to the higher annual fee cards for like lounge memberships or something exclusive to that card, that makes sense. But you can always just drop down to a lower annual fee card. Boxer, any word on the CSP refresh? Nope. And does it still have the 25% points boost? So it's got points boost up to, so points boost on the Sapphire Reserve is going to be up to 2 cents per point. Points boost on the Sapphire Preferred is going to be up to 1.75 cents per point. if you hold the cards prior to the October changeover date, you'll get 1.5 and 1.25 until the end of October of 2027 for now. Because I think that those credits are the points boost feature. I think if it's unpopular and it's not widely used by the end of Q2, they might look into making some changes. Like one of the things that American Express could have done here would have been like bumping your redemption option to like 1.5 in their portal, and that would have forced Chase to kind of reconsider points boost. So now we have to see if points boost can sink or swim on its own. But I don't think we're going to see that change unless points boost is a major failure. But nothing else on the CSP refresh. No word on annual fee increase. No word on any new credits or any new memberships or anything like that with it. If they added in Instacart Plus, if they added complimentary Instacart Plus to the Sapphire Preferred, Dash Pass and Instacart Plus could make a really interesting 3x a lot of things play that, as long as the memberships are complimentary, could be interesting, but somebody would have to test that out. I would be that Huckleberry. So, just saying. Even in an exit row. Yeah, no. Stephen M. Does American Airlines as a travel partner push the city trifecta up in a positive way? Yes, for most people it is going to do that, especially when the Strata Premier, Strata Elite, and if you held the Prestige card, as long as those are all 1-to-1, your double cash, you could get away with a double cash and a City Strata Premier, and adding American Airlines just bumped that dual card setup way up because of the value that you can get from American Airlines, whether it's booking international first or international business, and domestic economy, domestic premium economy. Those are like really nice American Airlines sweet spots. So it definitely pushes up the city trifecta, but then you got to deal with, city customer service. You still have to deal with city customer service. You still have to deal with city flagging anything as fraud on any day that ends with the letter Y. Squeezing into COJ is not worth it. I'll walk. That's fair. Walmart cash. That's interesting. Yeah, it's going to be like a $10 coupon every month at Walmart. CRJ earned its Devil's Chariot nickname. Yes, it did. But Keith, I still think booking direct with the hotels and airlines is better than 1.5x in a portal. Cards are giving 4 and 5x direct with the airlines and hotels. Yeah, and like that is something that like has been overlooked with the Sapphire Reserve going to 4x direct flight and 4x hotels. Like you're now able to get 4 times points on those direct bookings. You get all the benefits of the direct booking. You're going to not worry about the, third party step and have to worry about anything else beyond there. So that is a definite plus that you got to work that is being overlooked. I do think the up to 2 cents per point could make that 4 into 8 when redeeming for the edit collection, but the edit collection still has to grow. Like there's still problems in the Chase space. So I'm not going to say everything's sunshine and rainbow and unicorns, because it's not. Double drops the $2 super chat. Thank you so much, sir. Got to run. Thanks, Matt. Still awaiting onesie card. If I ever pony up the $250, I might look into designing a onesie card with Lion card. I don't want to commit to it though. Mike Newland getting his membership from Keith. Thank you, sir. Kit Kat, do we think Amex is crazy enough to give 5x direct in hotels just to spite Chase? No. I would have liked to have seen it, but no. No. It would have been nice. Keith, I actually laughed when I saw that you received a gift membership since you've given so many away yourself. Yeah. No, Mike is awesome for that. It is always wonderful watching him send out those memberships. That is huge. Boxer, well, that sucks. I'm hoping that the CIP stays the same. My setup would be in cash, reserve, preferred, and the flex. Yeah, that's fair. I don't know what they're going to end up doing yet, so we got to wait. I'm wondering if they did land the plane on Tuesday, land the plane in Cupertino. So we'll find out. Damn, so flying in a CRJ is one of the few times I lucked out in not having grown any taller after middle school. Yes. The Canadian Regional Jet, CRJ, designed by Bombardier, is a 1-2 configuration, and it is painful if you are above like 5'8". Keith also with another $1.99 super chat. Did anyone take advantage of City Nights tonight? I sure didn't. Boxer, sorry, tired. Not sure if that comment made sense. My Chase setup will be the Ink Cash, Unlimited, Preferred, and Flex. So I hope the Ink Preferred stays the same. I don't think you're going to see major changes on the Ink Preferred. I don't think. The only like major change I could think they could do with the Ink Preferred is like rename it the Sapphire Preferred for Business. But I don't know if they're going to do that. CRJ is a short connection, so if I get cold feet, I can just walk slow between gates. There you go. Oops, guess I have to spend the night in TTW. Oh. Well, at least it's Detroit Wayne. It's not the worst you could do. Keith City locked my cards. Damn, Matt was right about everything. Danding and Y. Danding and Y, and they only work on Sundays. Unfortunately. Oh, well, don't worry about it. Background. It's all good. Leandre, I might be isolated on an island when I say this, but I think the CSR is a great card, but I understand why the average person in this community hates it. I don't think it's a terrible card. I think so I've done the math for myself on what credits I will actually be taking, actually be able to take use of and put it on the Sapphire Reserve. I hate StubHub, but I can use the $300 StubHub credit. I will easily set up Apple Music and Apple TV. I won't worry about the dining credit, and the dining credit is a mess. I've got Dash Pass, and every ride I do on Lyft and every Dash Pass order I do is gravy on top of that, and I pay for global entry through it. Will I be able to lock in the points boost all the time? Maybe, maybe not, but you know, I primarily want to be doing transfer partners anyway, but I will go into the portal if they start adding the ability to gain nights and status through just regular portal bookings. And like, that's becoming more of a thing. So if they get more hotels on board with that, where like your regular portal bookings can also get you nights and status attached, then I'll jump over to the portal, and guess what? Get 8 times points on hotel bookings through the portal. Like, I'd much rather do that, because then I can redeem for 16 cents per point. 16 cents per point. 16 something. I don't know. I got 8. I redeemed for 2 times points. My math is wrong, but you know, it's almost 11 o'clock. Shoot me. Chad, I've come away with a TBI or two after trying to carefully exit a few CRJs. Yeah. Concussions aren't fun, and I've been in concussion protocol more times than I'd like to admit. And while I haven't been in concussion protocol because of a CRJ, I could see how you can get into concussion protocol pretty easily. And Chad and I are not like, Chad is not significantly taller than I am. And Kid is not significantly taller than I am. Kid, the one perk of not getting approved for city cards is that they can never lock my cards while traveling. Yeah, somebody in the Stack Your Points Discord has been having some issues with traveling internationally and having their City Strata Elite locked. Sleepy Route, I'm guessing there won't be a way to stack Walmart Cash with the Platinum. The Walmart Cash with the Platinum. Well, you're going to get the Walmart Plus, so there will probably be some ways to stack that. I don't know yet. We'll have to see. Vincent Pascal joining us. Thank you so much, sir. Amid the chatter about the Platts new credits, we haven't seen what additional changes, if any, that Amex will make to the Business Platinum. So, as I said earlier, I don't know what else they're going to add or do. Like the FHR credit coming to the Business Platinum would be great. It will be great. Will be great. There's a $240 rideshare credit that would replace the Uber credit. I could see that going to the Business Platinum. Whatever Delta complimentary upgrades are included on the cards would go to the Business Platinum, and maybe the Resi credit would go to the Business Platinum. But like the lifestyle credit, no. The flight credit's already there. Walmart Cash, no. Because if Walmart Plus isn't on the Business Platinum, I don't think you're going to get Walmart Cash on the Business Platinum. And the Business Platinum doesn't do the $100 Saks credit anyway. So I think there's a couple of things here that you could see in the Business Platinum, but not too much. Kid, I agree. The credits for my life, well, and I'm a regular at the Philly Sapphire Lounge. I just hate paying pretty much $1,000 for a card with an authorized user. Yup. Definitely keep the CSR if the Platinum refresh falls flat. Background balloon. In my opinion, the hate for the CSR isn't necessarily because it's the worst card in the university. I think it's because it went from a usable everyday card to this. I use it. It's my mostly dining card. And I'll still book hotels and flights. I'll probably book a lot more flights through it. But if I'm booking JetBlue, I'll try to get the tiles and the JetBlue multiplier first. Although 4x and then moving 4 points versus earning 6 points, it's 6 of one, half a dozen the other. I like it way more than the current Platinum. Sorry about that. Background balloon. City locking the Sapphire in the City Strata Elite is wild. I can't use the City Strata Elite for the one thing it's good for. That's City for you. Boxer, City scolded me for trying to get their cards with the amount of inquiries I have. I felt like I was back in elementary school and the teacher was going to put my desk in the hall. Wow. Wow. Mark Hott joining us, also a channel member now. How do all these credit works? Once you get them, do you take money off the annual fee, or do you still have to pay the annual fee in full? So that's the dirty little secret about credits on these cards. You still pay $895 to American Express once a year, and you're prepaying for the credit. So like once you then spend $75 at Lululemon in Q1, then they'll give you back the $75. You still have to pay the $75 to get it back. The rideshare credits, they'll put $20 into your rideshare account, but you still have to prepay them in order for them to pay you back. The airline incidental credit, you still have to pay the $200 or the airline fee, the airline credit, whatever that ends up being. You still have to pay at least the $200, and then they'll credit that back to you. So you still have to prepay for everything, which is a pain. So you're still prepaying for everything. So like when we say like net effective annual fee or the dreaded effective annual fee, it's yes, we paid American Express $895, but because we paid them $895 with all the credits that we got back, we were able to slowly chip away at that $895, and in turn, I really only paid whatever. But in fact, you paid $895 for the privilege to recoup back more than $895 if you hit everything. Are you going to hit everything? No. So just keep that in mind. Plus, not everything is going to be able to be minimized or maximized to get exactly $895, because you still have I have the Sapphire Reserve. When it comes to doing StubHub twice a year, I'll be lucky if I can get exactly $150 for something after taxes, StubHub putting in their stupid fee, whatever other protections I might have to pay just to make sure that I'm actually getting the tickets I'm paying for, all of that. I'm going to get back $150, but I'll probably be paying closer to $190. So I'm still $40 out of pocket for that at the end of the day. So that's how the credits work. And the dirty secret in this community is like, it's not even much of a secret. Like Chad tells you that the money's still coming out of your pocket. Sledge tells you that the money's still coming out of your pocket. Everybody tells you that the money's still coming out of your pocket. And it's just a question of like, how much are you able to get back? But yeah, the credits, they're not magical. Kid, I think from the current form, the CSR is definitely better than the Platinum for me because of my work travel and the fact that I'm heavy AA and UA traveler. Yep. City putting almost everyone's CSE in injured reserve in week 1 is the funniest thing ever. I have 2 CSEs. Oh, man. You better hope they keep it on injured reserve and don't put it on the pup list. I'll tell you that much. Can you explain hotel statuses like Marriott Platinum, Hilton Diamond, and more? Okay, so the more you stay at a hotel, the higher, then you're a member of the hotel. You provide your membership number. They will add nights to your account, or if you get a credit card, they'll with them they can potentially give you a level of status. Hotel status means that you earn more points with the hotel when you're making bookings. So one of the simplest is Hilton, right? If you have Hilton Diamond, I'm going to use Hilton Diamond because the math is the easiest on Hilton Diamond. Let's say I spend $100 at Hilton with Hilton Diamond status. I'm going to get 10 times points for being a Hilton member. I'm going to get an additional 10 times points, 10 points per dollar for being a Hilton Diamond member. So like they will double the number of points that you get for that stay. Now, if I pay with the Hilton, with the American Express Hilton Aspire card, that gives me diamond status. I get 10 points per dollar on the for being a Hilton member. I get 10 points per dollar for being a Hilton Diamond member, and I get 14 points per dollar for holding the Aspire. So that gives me 34 points per dollar when using the Aspire to make a cash booking. So that $100 hotel night is now generating 3,400 Hilton points just for paying $100 and just for being Diamond and using that credit card. Now, if I was Hilton Diamond and not using that particular card, I get whatever points I get on the credit card I'm using, but with Hilton themselves, I'm getting 20 points per dollar for that booking. So if it's $100 booking, even without using the Hilton Aspire, I would get a minimum of 2,000 Hilton points for a $100 booking with Hilton Diamond. Now, you also get additional perks, late checkout. You can get, Hilton gives you Diamond parking on site, which is just an absolute joke. Like they mark 6 or 7 slots as Diamond slots for Diamond members, reserved for Diamond members. It's the funniest thing. And then, you can get food and beverage credit when you stay at a Hilton. You can get additional perks. Same thing with Marriott. Like Marriott will give you more points earning capabilities. They'll give you the option of later checkout or guaranteed later checkout. They'll give you, they won't give you food and beverage credits necessarily, but like you can get more points. You can get various perks for being a member of the hotel. So add your membership, and if you stay at the hotel enough, you'll start picking up status along the way. Each program has its own status system, with the exception of Four Seasons. So each program has its own levels of status. It's their own requirements. Some are as few as 5 nights will start triggering status. Others 10, and so on and so forth. But once you really start staying with one particular brand, you'll probably pick up their co-branded card just to elevate your status a little bit quicker and to get more earnings and faster earnings with them. Yep, there you go. Credits can either be statement credits or credits within a travel portal, depending on how structured. Yes, and they'll also be the coupons or money directly put into an account that expires at the end of that month. I just wish the Sapphire Lounge expanded a bit. I need Denver, SFO, and DFW option. DFW is coming to Terminal 4 at DFW or Terminal D at DFW. SFO, if they, called the Collinson Group and gave the Collinson Group, I don't know, a couple $1 billion, they could just buy out the club and they would pick up SFO immediately. I don't know if there's a club at Denver, but everywhere there's a club would just become Sapphire lounges, and that would be a huge win. Sleepy Rod, do you think Wells will raise the annual fee on the autograph journey? I mean, the market is moving to 150. I think they would also need to adjust. They'll be the last to get to 150. They were the last ones in the pool at 95. We know that it's going to 150, but we still need that first card to officially move to 150. That isn't the Amex Green. So when the Sapphire Preferred moves to 150, when the City Strata Premier moves to 150, then you'll probably see the autograph journey move to 150. I don't know what else they have to add up to make 150 worthwhile, but yeah. But eventually it will be 150, but they're going to be the last card to get to 150. They were the last card in the pool. Doesn't make sense for them to be the first to jump to 150. But yes, they're going to go there at some point. I just don't know when. I need one in Denver too. Yep. City gave red flag for Apple Pay and foreign purchases and more. Yes. Yeah, they flag a lot of stuff for fraud. It's a pain. QC Man, would you rather prefer the European model of paying the card fee monthly, or do you think the one big fee once a year? I personally would rather do the one big fee. When I pay for my streaming services, I usually do them one at a time. The other thing, like, they could switch to a monthly model and they'll generate significantly more revenue that way, because they can, charge that a little bit more per month. $9.99 a month versus, you could charge, if you charge like $12.99 a month, but you can get the same thing for $120. I'd rather save, a couple of pennies here and there and get the $120 for the annual fee. So I personally would be in the one big fee per year camp, but I wouldn't begrudge anyone who did the same thing but went with the monthly fee model, because it's just another subscription that you'd have to fit into your life. Though you would kind of have to be in for a pound if you were going to play like Amex's upgrade downgrade game. Then you'd have to look at it. But yeah, there's a couple of different ways you can look at it, but I don't think it wouldn't succeed here. I think there's people who would sign up gladly for a monthly fee versus annual fee. But if you're somebody who's got like $4,000 or $5,000 in annual fees, you're not going to be in the monthly camp. Like you got to know when those are hitting, because you don't want to miss that. Or you look at your monthly fee and you cry. Love my Venture X cards. My catch-all good earner might end up being my only premium consumer travel credit card. Amex's $300 Resi credit quarterly versus Chase's $300 Sapphire credit semi-annually is closer than you think, especially if you live in a big city. Yes. The only difference is I can guarantee that the Resi credit is going to work. Chase can't guarantee that the Sapphire Tables credit is going to work right now, and that is a problem. They need to fix that. Paris Nice with the Saver and unlimited groceries. Yup. Leandre, I prefer all my subscriptions to be yearly. I hate accounting for something monthly. Yep, I'm in that same boat. Technically, you can pay an annual fee to unlock all the benefits on the credit card. Yeah, that's how it works. You don't just get the credit back; they offset part of the purchase you made. Yes. I'm mixed on the StubHub credit, because usually if you're looking for the best prices for concert tickets, you usually have to jump between different sites from my experience. There is that. I personally would have preferred SeatGeek. I would have preferred, for as terrible as Live Nation and Ticketmaster are, but I don't know what the difference in markup between SeatGeek and Live Nation is, and StubHub in that order. So the CSE is headed towards season-ending surgery. Yes. Does hotel status really matter stateside? So Hotel status for upgrades probably doesn't matter stateside. Hotel status for earnings, because don't sleep on those earnings. Like you're going to stack up your points pretty easily that way. So does it really matter here? Not for upgrades. As long as your food and beverage credits at Hilton are recognized, you're good. But usually it's just like grab $50 worth of stuff from the little fridge and whatever else we have to the side. So yeah, there's that. But your point accelerators is the bigger thing for me. Clinton Woodward, the CSE has been removed from my draft list. Yes. CSE pulled a Plexico Burris. Oh, right in the thigh. Depends on the brand and then the hotel itself. Globalist is the only status that I chase, and it's definitely worth it. Yes, Globalist has its own set of interesting perks. Boxer, some benefits can be consistently useful. Late checkout, free breakfast. Yep. Other benefits like upgrades can be nice, extra, but not guaranteed. Marriott Platinum 4 p.m. checkout works in most places. Hilton is more consistent with food and beverage credits. Yeah, I've noticed that. What do you expect from the autograph beyond like benefits and the rewards? Oh, what do I expect for the autograph beyond like benefits and rewards? More like the Amex Platinum or the current version of the US bar before the changes. I don't know. It kind of depends on where Wells Fargo wants to take it. I would love to see something like, honestly, what I would love to see Wells Fargo do is just kind of step into the void that was created with the Sapphire Reserve. So the Sapphire Reserve went way up market. I would love to see them just like come back in underneath and be like, here's a really good travel card. Here's in our portal, that is, our portal sucks, but you're going to get 1.5 in the portal. Our portal's not good, but like 1.5 guaranteed in the portal if you so choose. And kind of go from there. Like if it had mobile wallet as a 3X category, then the portal would be great. Like you don't have to do real-time rewards or anything like that. I just don't know what the credit structure would look like. I don't know what the earning structure would look like. But I do think that, if there's truly a market that Chase walked away from, it would behoove, and like Citi has decided to bypass that market to an extent, it would behoove someone like Wells Fargo to step in and say, here we are, we're going to start at $4.95. Here's the multipliers. You get 1.5 in the portal. You get all of that. You get all of these other things, and boom, we'll just make it work. They're not going to go after the Amex Platinum. They can't go after the Amex Platinum right now. But filling the people who miss what the CSR was, I think could make a lot of sense. And then they'd still just have to find a place to put a grocery category. And once they do that, like they become the ultimate point earning. If earning points very slowly is your jam, or cash back. Boxer, honestly, the one I'd use the most is late checkout. It's normally not a fancy hotel person. I'm good with True and Lawson, Hilton, and Marriott is zero issues with the Holiday Inn or Holiday Inn Express. Yeah, and Hilton is now, I don't love this policy, but Hilton has added like a guaranteed late checkout. So you can like pay for late checkout if that is the thing that you want. You don't have to worry about the status because you're just going to pay for it. Now, that would potentially contribute to, Hilton Marriott down the road or replacing the guaranteed late checkout as part of status to just a pay for late checkout, add to our coffers. But if that's going to make you happy, go for it. Keith is booked for a hotel in New York City this week for free parking from Hyatt, probably worth $80 to $100 a night for parking in Manhattan. Yeah, that's a pain. Yep. With the CSR refresh and the loss of general travel, I'm wondering what card to use for these purchases in the future. If you want to stay in the Chase ecosystem, the Ink Preferred or the Sapphire Preferred at 2 and shaving a point off. That's going to be the first answer. Wells Fargo Autograph also gives you a really broad general 3x travel category. Bank of America has a really broad 3x category. It has a really broad travel category, and if you can use a customized cash rewards for $2,500 a month, you could use that card. The premium rewards card and the premium rewards elite, the 95 and the 550, I think those have slightly elevated travel categories, but if you have preferred rewards or platinum honors with Bank of America, that can juice those earnings as well. Wells Fargo Autograph, American Express Green Card, those are the two I default to the most when it comes to that question. But there are other options in other ecosystems with like Bank of America and a couple others. Boxer Hyatt gives me free parking as globalist. Yep, free breakfast. There you go. Amex Cobalt in Canada is a monthly fee card. Yeah, it's also like 5 times points on dining and 5 times points on like select entertainment or general entertainment. It's an interesting card for what you pay. With the CSR's last general travel benefit, which is good for OTAs in the future, sometimes particularly overseas, I've found these significantly undercut booking direct or card portals. And then Spathco comes in with a list of cards. Chasing Preferred, City Strata Preferred, Wells Fargo Autograph Journey, Amex Green still all earn 3 times points on online travel agencies. So there you go. Daddy Vroom, those are a good number of cards to work off of. I forgot that. Oh, no. Autograph Journey does do 3x on OTAs. It doesn't do 3x on like transit, but if OTAs are your jam, Autograph Journey, Strata Preferred, Strata Premier, sorry, Amex Green, all set for you. The CSE spat in Dak's face before the first scrimmage snap of the game. Oh, man. Jalen Carter call out. Late checkout priority is nice, and since becoming Bonvoy ambassador, I've had all my stats upgraded. All my stays upgraded. Yep. Everyone talks about how much better City is the Capital One, but I was able to get 60K miles with the Motley Fool Capital One offer. I beat any multiple custom cash setup plus 30% transfer bonus to Virgin. Capital One has its plus points. Like City and Capital One have relatively equal or had relatively equal transfer partners until City got American Airlines. I don't know how many people are transferring to leading hotels of the world, or I prefer Wyndham for that matter. But the 30% transfer bonus the Capital One recently had with Virgin, really solid. Could just be recency bias. Yep, Daddy Vroom. I always wonder if StubHub will have inflated prices compared to SeatGeek, etc., because of Chase users with their free money to spend. There's going to be, I'm sure that somebody will start running some charts, so we'll see what happens. But I wouldn't be surprised. And yep, Autograph, 3x Travel and Transit. David Gomez is here, just got here. I'll see the full show. Thank you so much, sir. And today is my birthday. Happy birthday, David. Thank you so much. And thank you for being a channel member. And Spathgo says happy birthday. Thanks. Watching from the beginning. Perfect. Speaking of portals, do we know if 1.5x in Bank of America in US Bank portal is going away for US bar holders? Obviously, we know RTR is going away. I don't remember. I haven't seen, well, from everything I saw from the US Bank Altitude Reserve, I didn't see anything specifically with the portal redemption going away. Spathgo, keep me honest on this one. You are holding a virtually nightly vigil for the Altitude Reserve. Is the portal still 1.5? I know it doesn't affect your math necessarily for it, but I just haven't seen it confirmed one way or the other. Just let us know. When is the change set to go in effect with American Express? We have seen September 18th as the date for changes in the for FHR. So it's a pretty healthy guess that September 18th will likely be the day that we see all of the American Express changes. The date for changes to go into effect with the Chase program is October 26th. Just wish Capital One had 1-to-1 with JetBlue. That transfer rate is hilarious. It's 0.6. It's hilarious. 1 to 0.6, 5 to 3. Like, you couldn't even negotiate 5 to 4. Yeah, it's silly. In recent years, there have been a lot of devaluation. Yes, this is true. Pretty sure portal redemption is gone. Letter from U.S. banks says best value is redeeming to U.S. bank account. Oh, if that's the case, that's rough. At 1 cent. Oh boy. Yeah, they're going to have to hit it way out of the park. Like, they're going to have to hit it into McCovey Cove with the transfer partners because yikes. Yikes. All right. Well, we're all caught up on comments. The Amex stuff was all I really wanted to show. There were a couple comments, like a rundown from today's news and updates thread. This user Baron Von screenshot says the $100 tax credit will be replaced by $120 Walmart cash, probably $10 a month, because if I want my product to give off premium vibe, of course you drop sacks for Walmart. Airline incidental credit becomes is still $200. Equinox Soul Cycle becomes $300 lifestyle wellness credit. Rumored $300 Resi credit, extra $20 per year Uber credit, and Delta complimentary upgrades, which will likely be absolutely useless since they probably put you on the absolute bottom of the upgrade list. A couple other pieces here. Walmart is actually transitioning to including a significant amount of services and products that are more middle upper class. So live near one and use a lot from it. Oh, that's Walmart Plus. Yeah. Rideshare credit, all of that. So we'll see what happens. But there we go. Amex credit is good, but a pain in the butt. If you can make them work. Boxer's jumping out. Have a good night. All be well. Thank you so much for sticking around, Boxer. Appreciate you. Marcotte Comilani asked when his breaking point with all these annual fees. When is yours? So I don't hold nearly as many annual fees as most of my other co-creators, because I haven't been able to derive as much value as some of them with some of these other cards. So I don't hold the American Express Platinum. I don't hold the Business Platinum. I don't hold the Business Gold. I don't hold a lot of Amex charge cards. So I only have 2 cards with annual fees. Sapphire Reserve, which is going up to $795. Have a good night, Kevin. And the JetBlue Business card. Now I could get the JetBlue Plus card. So I'm looking at annual fees still now jumping up to around $900. If the card works for me, I'm not going to worry about the annual fee so much. And part of why I'm pretty meticulous about adding cards with annual fees is I look at them, I want them to be as long-term as I'm going to be involved in the program. Right. So if I'm getting the Amex Surplus for Hilton, the Hilton Surplus card, the Hilton Surpass. If I'm getting the Hilton Surpass, I'm locking in at 150. And if they go up to 200, or they go up to 250, or they go up to 300, then I have to reevaluate at every point. But, if it works for me at 150, I'm going to hold on to it at 150. If it stops working for me at any point, I'm going to downgrade the card or get rid of the card. So I don't have a set number in mind. I'm also well under $1,000, and I'll be closer to $1,000 than I want to be, but like Sapphire Reserve is still going to work for me going forward. So I'll probably pay at least the $795 for the first year and then kind of reassess after that. See if I move over to IHG or move over to, start using point boost more heavily, but we'll see. So I don't think I'm at a breaking point. If a card doesn't work for me, I will move down or move on from the card and go from there. So if I wanted to get a premium travel card, I would probably be looking at something like I would probably start considering the American Express Platinum and potentially the Venture X. Maybe I don't know if I'd make the Strata, if I can make the Strata Elite work for me. The other thing too would be like if the premium cards aren't working for you necessarily, like you can look at co-branded cards to offset and supplement somewhat. You can purchase Priority Pass membership. If you are really into United Clubs, you can just buy access into the United Clubs for, it's now I think $850. So the United Club card is like a $200 discount or something like that. You could buy Sky Club membership. You can buy Admirals Club membership. You're not going to get into flagship lounges, but like you can buy a membership straight into the airline of your choice's particular lounge. Can't do that with JetBlue yet, but like JetBlue doesn't even have their lounges open, so who cares? So like if the airline lounge is the thing for you, you can buy your way into it for the same fee as an annual fee card. Like folks can do that. The difference is like paying that annual fee with that co-branded card, you'll also get some additional benefits in addition to that membership fee. But that's a long way to say I'm not quite at my breaking point yet. Like I will see if I'm at my breaking point with the Sapphire Reserve, but I also don't do a ton of annual fee cards because I want my annual fee cards to work for me for a while, and I don't want to play the annual like, oh, does this card work? Does this card not work? Here's how I feel after a year. I could do those videos, but like I don't like watching those videos, and I don't want to produce those videos. So there's that. Reward redemption, 10,000 points is equal to $150. Okay. Redeem points for travel or as a deposit. So you'll earn the most value 1 cent per point, where 10,000 points is equal to $100. Okay, so it looks like they are getting rid of it completely. All right. Financial Dawn. Oh, sorry, Financial Dawn. I think I said Dan before. Sorry. Amex credits are good, but it has to fit your lifestyle. Yeah, exactly. Like if they don't fit your lifestyle and you're trying to fit the square peg into the round hole, what's the point? Clinton, I think the CSR is flirting with my breaking point. Time will tell. Yep. Adding restaurants that work for the credit locally would save it, but unless that happens, it is likely going to get the cut in late 2026. Yeah. Yeah, I wanted a Chase Dining rant last night. I'm going to do I'm trying to cut that into a Chase Dining video. I'm going to do another video on Chase Dining, like just how I would fix it, because oh my god, Chase Dining is an unmitigated disaster right now. Economic Lens, also a channel member, thank you so much for that. United Club is $750. The card annual fee is $695. Yes, okay. And I know that they changed their club structure, so like now there's two different types of United Club memberships. But yeah, so it's a $50 difference. You save $50 with the annual fee card, with the Club Infinite card. The Club Infinite card also comes with a ton of other statement credits that can help give you some extra value. The club card also comes, the credit card, the co-branded credit card at $695 also comes with IHG Platinum, also comes with rental car status, also comes with other things that make your travel day better. So the co-branded cards do provide more value than straight up lounges. So you should take that into account. But if you don't want to pay $695 for the card, but you do want access to the lounge, it's a $50 difference. Is it more advantageous for you to do just that $50 difference and bypass everything else that the card gives you? That is not for me to say, but I do think that the card giving you extra benefits is worth considering, worth reevaluating, and worth reevaluating. And Keith recently passed $6,000 in annual fees. Keith, that is insane. But if it works for you, it works for you. All right, folks. Yeah, I meant to stick to an hour. It looks like I've gone an hour and a half. And before we get into stacking points territory, might be time to wind this down. But appreciate everyone coming out for this. I don't think I'm going to go live for a third day tomorrow. We'll see. If anything, it might try to be a sad Chad perspective. Clinton with the say goodnight, Matt. Yep, absolutely. Well, thanks everyone for joining. If you like what I do, hit the like and subscribe button down below. Share my channel with friends if you like. If you'd like them to start learning some credit card news, some travel news, all of that. Consider becoming a channel member. $2.99 a month. You can cancel at any time. Pin comment on all my videos always shows other ways you can support me outside of YouTube without giving YouTube cuts. So there you go. But I appreciate that. Background balloon with extra on the United Club. United Club membership. The top United Club membership is now $1,400. It comes with 2 guest passes per visit, 1 if you're bringing in dependents, access to Star Alliance partner lounges. Okay, so there you go. We deserve a 3rd live. I will see what I can do. I might have a crazy idea with lives going forward. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this live. I appreciate everybody who showed out. At one point, we had over 50 people watching. I think we hit 60. That's insane for a Saturday night. I appreciate you all. I'm sure I'll be back with more Amex Platinum news as we get closer to the 18th, and I'm sure we'll know what's going on with the Apple Card on Tuesday. Actually, I'm not so sure of that one. But anyway, thank you so much for your time tonight. Talk to you guys soon. Appreciate you. There is no me without you guys. Sorry to paraphrase Chad on that one. Chad, if you're still watching, sorry I butchered the paraphrasing on that one. But talk to you guys soon. Bye for now.